the Madman! This week's Brawl is very, very cool. It's a peek to the past. We're making a deck using only cards from the basic and classic sets, and only basics, commons, and rare cards. So when I looked at this Brawl, I was like, wow, I have the perfect deck for this. One of the most popular segments when I first started was free-to-play MAGE. So the planned deck that I'm going to be going with is actually MAGE. So, pretty convenient. I'm not claiming that I'm going to hit Legendary with the free deck, but throughout getting various random golds and the one arena run for free season, I should get enough gold to like craft some common cards and maybe a rare or two. And I've got sort of an outline of the deck that I plan on running. I chose Mage because, one, it's sort of my favorite class, sort of my pet favorite, and two, I think it will do well on a budget, and three, it's a bit offbeat. It's not as common as the others. I don't care how good or bad it is, I'm simply going to use the deck list anyways. The only change I have to make is one Azure Drake, or I have to replace the Azure Drakes. Alright, so this is the list which started off the entire free-to-play series. Much cheaper than my list as of late, and probably the reason why people love the free-to-play series, notably because of the Brawl limitations instilled here that you can only put rares or commons, and no Hall of Fame cards. Azure Drake, which is a rare and a good 5-drop, is not in this deck, and I had at one point one Faceless Manipulator in it, which is clearly against really big control decks. It would probably not be good in this Brawl anyways. Put in another Ooze because apparently aggro is more common. Took out the 2 Sun Fury Protectors for 2 Loot Hoarders. Even though aggro is more common, it's not as fearsome as it used to be, with the Abusives and Leper Gnomes nerfed since last I played. Put in an extra Acolyte of Pain because I'm greedier. Took out a Polymorph because there's less late game out there. Because the Brawl... because I actually played the free-to-play deck against some really big decks. In Classic there was Control Warrior, and those 2 Polymorphs were key against those decks, and also just big Druids. But since you cannot use Epics or Legendaries in this Brawl, things have equalized, and Polymorph should be able to hit less targets, fewer targets. It's possible that Polymorph isn't even good. Put in a Defender of Argus going a little bit bigger on Sun Fury, since I can afford to go a bit more late game. 2 Azure Drakes are missing because it is no longer in Standard. Hall of Fame cards can't be used in this Brawl. Put in another Flame Strike because Flame Strike's a good card, and we're up against less single big cards and more against like Swarms, I'd say. So all in all, I think this looks like a solid deck. Good old free-to-play Mage. So I'll even keep Harvest going. This is my best 3-drop. Alright. Flame Strike is pretty good against Shaman. I remember facing off against a decent amount of Face Shaman type decks back in the day. With Abusive and Leper Gnome nerfed and no Doomhammer, Rockbiter. Rockbiter was another card that got nerfed. They're a lot less scary than they used to be. Welcome back, Yeti. It's been a while. The mighty Yeti gets the Hex. So the only weapon I can hit from Shaman is Stormforged Axe, which could definitely be in there. But I have to watch out for Lightning Storm, since that's a rare. This deck is a value deck. Tries to grind them out with the by getting a lot of value out of their cards. The Flame Strike is like meant to be the biggest value card. Interesting, he didn't hit the button, the hero power. Probably just a misplay. This is where trump trading was solidified as a good strategy. Because this deck is a value deck, you're looking to trump trade all the time pretty much, not really kill your opponent. It's with this deck that so many of the trump teachings, the trump basic teachings, were thought around. Playing on curve, card advantage, going for a long game. Might run out of fuel though if I don't draw my acolytes. The Azure Drake really helped this deck fuel onwards. But the addition of 1 Acolyte of Pain and 2 Loot Hoarder versus the old deck should be fun. Wah. I guess because the first opponent was so lame. For the purposes of YouTube, I'll have to pretend this game never happened. Ah, the good old curve of old free-to-play. The 1, 2, 3. It's so great to have this deck be here yet again. It's been... how long has it been? Let me check that video. March 18th, 2014 was the final day of the free-to-play. The final run of the first one. 40th episode of original free-to-play Mage. My, how times have gone. Shall I go Acolyte or shall I go Harvest? I'll go Harvest to start off stronger. Knife juggler. Wah. Knife juggler is probably wrong in that deck. I didn't include it in my original free-to-play deck, and that was as a 2-mana 3/2. This deck was the birthplace of so many trump teachings. It's mana efficiency, it's about trading, it's about not going face, it's about card advantage, it's about the long game. It's nice to dust off these old Harvest Golems and Yetis and Water Elementals.
We have many secrets.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So I want to go Acolyte of Pain hero power, but I don't want to give him an Acolyte of Pain. They might just have to give him an Acolyte of Pain though. I'll only give him 1 card on it, so that's fine.
Let the pain speak to me. Let the pain speak to me.
Have to play the big bad Ogre next turn. I think Ogre is the biggest card in this Brawl format. I could be wrong. Out of all commons and rares, well, I mean, it's not the biggest card, but it's the best big card, I think. Out of all the commons and rares in basic classic set. Okay, Ironbark Protector is bigger. That's true. We're talking good bigger cards, like War Golem, yeah, Courthound, yeah, but those are definitely a lot worse. Wow, the Frostbolt on a 2/1. Yeah, let's go for value here. I'm in no rush to kill off that Knife Juggler since I have a Flame Strike. I'm also in no rush to play that Boulder Fist Ogre. Okay, Savannah Highmane, that is the best big card in this format, probably. And possibly a reason why there should be 2 Polymorph in the deck. I imagine hunters would be pretty popular because of Savannah Hymen. But there's so few big cards other than Savannah Hymen that I probably shouldn't put in 2 polymorph. If the meta were somehow so many hunters, I could see it. Oh, punished by 1 damage for misplay. Looks like he didn't have an answer to the ogre. I'm really not scared of having this knife juggler stay on the board. It's just a pesky 2/2. I don't feel the need to frostbolt it. We'll just make him do something with it. If there was a heroic Tavern Brawl with the same rules as this, would I play it? Yeah, sure, that would kind of be my specialty. Seems like fun.
Someday I'll be just like you.
I was playing this format before a lot of people were born. That's right, before they were born. Because you guys are all like 3 years old, right? This deck, playing it in and like reviving it from the dead, reminds me of what people really wanted to see in the free-to-play run. I know that when I like pulled out Crystal Rogue Quest, a lot of people were like, "Yeah, I don't really like that." So that's why I didn't really pursue it as much. There's something like pure about this deck. It's about the climb, starting afresh. I get it. Do I want to keep a 4? No, because I have Water Elemental. I was going to say, that's like the only good 4-drop, but no, mages have the unique ability to have Water Elemental too, which is a big reason why I even chose this deck to free-to-play in the first place, because it had so many strong basic cards. So next turn is going to be Fire Blast Squire. I can't play Loot Hoarder in case he just makes a guy. And he doesn't make a guy because Amani Berserker is terrifying.
The light protects me.
Let the pain speak to me.
Haha! That value. This is a deck. This is a good deck for Ooze too, because all of them run True Silver Champion. Ooh, Amani. So, cool thing I can do is if I heal this, I can enrage it again. Hope for no MC Tech.
Give me a quest.
Not on my watch.
These jokers have no idea how to construct a free-to-play deck.
Hey, give me that.
I think I have to sack my money. Very sad. I should be able to draw a better answer. It'd be nice. Too bad.
I fight.
Who you want me killed?
The Mighty Yeti shrugs off the consecration. It's kind of low, but Paladins have Blessing of Kings. Alright. The art of trump trading. We're entering an era of a simpler time, where trump trading was almost always correct. Too bad he had the second consecration. If I were less greedy, I could have sent the Chillwind Yeti and the Defender of Argus at it. But given that he'd already used the consecration, I think this is overall the correct play. In the long term, it's the right play. Wow, such cheating. It's nice not having to save this for Tyrion. I think there's almost no heal left in that deck. There couldn't possibly be a heal, right? Only Holy Light. Oh, and True Silver. I mean, there's Farseer too, but who knows if he's running that? Probably not if he runs Questing Adventure. There's only so many 3-drops you can put in the deck.
Give me a quest.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Oh, I see. He had to double hit the ooze. Oh man, he can still do it. 33% chance! That was 66% chance of winning. Actually higher, much higher than 66% because Flame Strike, Fireball, and Frostbolt all win me the game. As well as cards that draw cards. Oh, here's the Noble Hunter deck. I remember facing off against a lot of Face Hunters as I climbed with free-to-play Mage 3 years ago. They are weakened a lot by Abusive Sergeant and Leper Gnome getting nerfed. But that was the entire reason why Sun Fury Protector was even put in this deck. But with those two nerfs, I think I feel a lot more solid against those decks.
Greetings, traveler.
I'll save the ooze for the Hunter version of Fire War X. You guys remember this thing? Leper Gnomes, the Argent Squires, the Abusive Sergeants. Pretty much always Explosive Trap in that version. That's a Face Hunter. The glory days of Hunter. Those days, turn 7 lethal. Very impressive. Those arcane shots on turn 1, arcane shotting the face, that was a reasonable play.
To my side. Quickly.
Man, I'm remembering memories from 3 years ago, which is great about this brawl. I remember that I would have to play this Water Elemental here instead of Acolyte of Pain Fire Blast because I would die if I played Acolyte of Pain Fire Blast, and learning that experience firsthand. I'm still gonna do that even though I'm at 26. And how this card was just so good against the Eaglehorn Bow. You just bully them. Feels good to bully Face Hunter. With the mighty Boulder Fist Ogre. Gee, I guess I have to kill that. Kind of optional.
Speak to me.
That water elemental bullied so many weapons back in the day. It was glorious. Yeah, let's continue the bully train. The Madman!
Well fought. I can see.
Man, it's cool. I've played against
Can escape my fury.
5 different classes so far. Not... If you're watching on YouTube, we're not showing the first game of Shaman, because that was a pretty terrible game, even though I won. Such variety, such wow. Cool format.
The light protects me. I hope you like my invention.
Oh, quest rogue? Miracle Rogue definitely can still happen, right? There's no Leroy, there's no Malagos. How do they win?
A tactical error.
Wow, let's go! The glory of Amani Berserker. It was so good in this deck because Chillwind Yeti existed back then. You fire blast the Amani Berserker and you get that Chillwind Yeti. You get it real good.
The light protects me.
Then you kill other things like Violet Teachers, or any 4-drop with 5 health, which was most of them.
Mind if I roll need?
I'm basically willing to use the coin to save the Divine Shield on this thing. Since otherwise the Ardent Squire would have just traded into the Loot Hoarder. Feeling a little bit scared that I might get outvalued in the late game.
Mind if I roll need?
Gonna need to draw the fuel, which is the Acolyte of Pain. Back in the day, I remember having to hope for the fuel, which was Azure Drake.
This guy's
Ooh, I did not expect the knife to go unused. Ah, there we go, the fuel.
Hey, speak to me.
Some amount of fuel.
Fight.
And then I can also get the value from the Flame Strike, eventually. You don't need the draw cards, a Flame Strike kills 3 cards.
Pay attention, class.
Might not cast Flame Strike this turn though. Oh, is he leaving the 1/1 up? Nope.
I'm ready to learn.
You need to cast it on turn 9. I'm sure everyone playing this Brawl is on Red Alert on Flame Strike.
Give me a quest.
I'm ready to learn.
I hope you like my invention.
I'm ready to learn.
Glorious Flame Strike. So the main win condition right now is to draw the Fireball and then have lethal. The other win condition is to simply outvalue him.
I'm ready to learn.
And then there's actually a third win condition, which is he has a lot of cycle in that deck. Maybe he'll run out of cards. Fatigue him.
Pay attention, class.
Yeah, that seems like a... It seems like my... Well, 1 in 15 chance of winning the Fireball. But it seems like my main win condition here is going to be just, doing value mage things. Using my anti-aggro tools. Big health minions, light amounts of heal, and finally a taunter. In times of old, it used to be Sun Fury Protector, but now we need more value, and we go for Defender of Argus. Okay. Impressive. He's only used one Eviscerate, but after Earthen Ring Farseering. We've got this.
My eyes are open.
My shield for Argus.
Well played.
Welcome to the original, not Control Warrior control deck. OG. Don't believe there's a single card that can win him the game here.
Well played.
Unless it's Reckless Rocketeer. That would be something. There's no way he would run that card in the deck, though.
Well played.
Okay, that was a good game to end it on. Well, 5-0 with the deck. Still good. I still got it 3 years later. Oh my gosh! Whoa! Ah, 117.